Yeah, listener, I hope Ben Askren pulls through too. We're all pulling for him, and thankfully the whole world's pulling for him. But also the world goes on, right? Last night we had a cool fight night in Nashville, Tennessee, which I thought had a theme to me. And it was, and not perfectly, but it was veteran versus newcomer in a way. Whether that meant weight class or whether that meant a true veteran versus a relatively UFC newcomer, that was the theme. And the results were obviously mixed, like they usually are. Let me try to talk about each one at a time. Junior Tafa was stopped in his debut at light heavyweight. Weight classes, weight cutting, I've talked about it. I don't like it, but there's not another way to deal with it in the sport. Junior Tafa fought at heavyweight, and I loved sparring around gyms at heavyweight for years. Makes you feel like you have your full power, you have your full durability, but the reality is you're not necessarily big enough for that division. And I think if Junior Tafa wanted to make proof of that, he looks at guys like Derek Lewis versus Taliesin Teixeira in the main event. How do I feel about the main event? Look, I'm glad Lewis won. I thought it was cool. Do I think the fight should have been stopped? No, I don't really. I mean, look, Teixeira took a lot of punishment, but he had come back by the end. He had gathered himself. But listen, I trained with Jason Herzog in San Diego. He's got a real belief about when you go out and how it works. And I think, it's interesting. When I'm a heavier guy, when I got a lot of weight on me, it doesn't work the same as when I'm a lighter guy. And I think what Herzog is mentioning is what happens with lighter guys. Bigger guys have a lot of durability. But listen, it was good to see the Black Beast, on prime form. But do I think Teixeira was coming back and was going to make a run at it? Yeah, I do. But that's okay. It happens. Wonder Boy versus what was his name? Bonfim? Listen, I thought Wonder Boy won that fight. I thought he pulled it out. He fought the takedown very well. His striking, as usual, is world-class karate that, we love to see. But you're always going to get the push when you're the new guy, but it didn't happen in Teixeira's case, right? Like, they didn't let him go forever. They stopped that fight. And Dana seemed pretty happy about it. He came over, talked to Derek Lewis in the corner. Poor Wonder Boy. I don't know where this leaves him. What's his ninth loss? I thought he won that fight. I thought it was a very close fight, but what can you do? It is what it is. When a grappler is trying to take you down the whole time and you are, by definition, a striker, the fight looks less exciting, not only by what you did, but by standards in general. Chris Curtis, Max Griffin. Curtis coming down just like Tafa did. I thought it was a very close fight also. I think Griffin was a little bit too respectful of Curtis's power by moving, and I think it cost him the fight. But all in all, an awesome card in Nashville. Everybody, read my book, Warrior of the Light.